You type your birthday, you hit next. The app hits you back with one cold line. You must be 18 or older. If you are under 18 in the United States, do not quit there, because you have two legal ways to start investing anyway. One lets you learn by driving right now. The other can keep your money out of reach until the transfer age, which is often 18 or 21, depending on your state. Pick the wrong one and you can end up stuck, frustrated, or surprised when college money comes up later. In this video, I am going to show you both paths, the simple difference, and the one question you need to ask before you open anything. And quick note, so nobody bounces early. This is not a Fidelity-only solution. I will use Fidelity as the main example because they have a popular teen account, but the custodial option exists at a lot of brokerages. The structure is the lesson. Here are the two paths. Path 1 is a teen account, like the Fidelity Youth Account. Path 2 is a custodial account, usually called an UGMA or UTMA. Picture your investing account like a car. With a teen account, you are in the driver's seat now, and a parent is in the passenger seat able to monitor. With a custodial account, your parent is driving, and you get the keys later when you hit the transfer age. If that car picture just made this click for you, subscribe to Savvy Gen. This channel is for teens and college students who want the clean version of money stuff, without the hype or the confusing talk. Now let me show you why this choice matters with a story that feels way too real. A guy I know, we will call him Jay, is 16. He works a few hours a week at a pizza place and flips random stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Jay is not trying to get rich fast. He is trying to stop the leak. Because every paycheck turns into snacks after school, subscriptions he forgets to cancel, and little purchases that do not even feel good the next day. So he finally decides to do the responsible thing. He downloads an investing app, searches the first stock he has been watching, goes to sign up, types his birthday, and gets blocked by the 18+ wall. Jay almost closes the app and gives up, because it feels like the system just told him, "Come back when you are older." But that wall is not a dead end, it is just a fork. And your goal today is simple. You are picking what you want most right now. Control, access, and timing. Control is who can push the buttons. Access is whether you can pull money out easily. Timing is when the account becomes fully yours, no matter what anyone thinks. Let us make the wall feel less dramatic for a second. In the US, investing accounts come with rules and responsibility, so most places require an adult involved when a minor opens one. That is the whole reason. It is paperwork, not a personal attack. That is why these two account types exist. Let us talk about the teen account first, since it is the one that feels like you finally get to play. The Fidelity Youth Account is designed for teens ages 13 to 17. You are the account owner, but a parent or guardian helps open it. Once it is open, you can buy and sell investments in your own account, and your parent can monitor. That is the big win here. You learn by doing, not by waiting. Fidelity sometimes offers a debit card feature with the youth account, but I want to frame that correctly. This is an investing account first. The card is just a feature, and you do not need it to invest. For a lot of teens, skipping the card or keeping spending money somewhere else makes investing easier, because it reduces temptation. Here is the one common mistake with a youth account. People mix investing money and spending money. They invest, the account goes up a little, and they treat the gain like free money. Or the account goes down a little, and they panic and pull out. So if you choose the youth path, the rule that saves you is simple. Investing money stays invested, and your spending money stays separate. One strong rule beats 10 motivational speeches. Now the other path, custodial accounts, is the one parents usually hear first because it sounds safe. A custodial account is opened by an adult for a minor. The money is legally the kid's money, but the adult controls it as the custodian until the transfer age. When you reach that age, the account becomes yours, and the adult cannot stop that transfer. This is where I pay off the locked until 21 thing clearly, because it matters. Custodial transfer age depends on your state and the account type. It is often 18 or 21. So before you open a custodial account, do this one thing. Check the transfer age for your state. You can look up UTMA transfer age, plus your state name, or ask the brokerage. 2 minutes now prevents a surprise later. Custodial accounts are powerful for 2 reasons. 1. They protect the money from impulse spending, because the teen cannot just drain it on a random weekend. 2. They are great for gift money from parents or grandparents, because it is clearly for the kid long term. But there is also a downside that nobody says out loud. If the adult is busy, nervous, or not interested in investing, the account can sit in cash or barely get used. So custodial works best when the adult will actually invest it and include you in the learning. Here is the clean comparison, and then we move on. Teen account equals you drive now with a parent watching. Custodial equals parent drives until the transfer age. Both are legal. Both can build wealth. The right one depends on what you need most right now. Quick question for you, and answer it before we get into the stuff people skip. In the comments, type youth or custodial and your age. It takes 5 seconds, and it tells me what to make next on Savvy Gen. Now let us hit the 2 topics that can change what right means for your family: taxes and college aid. I will keep this tight and real. Taxes first. Taxes can show up when your investments pay you money, like dividends, or when you sell something for more than you paid. People call that unearned income, which just means money your money makes. For most teens investing small amounts and not trading constantly, taxes usually are not a big deal. The trigger is simple. If the account is getting big, or you are buying and selling a lot, ask your parent to double-check the rules for minors, including something called the kiddie tax. You do not need to memorize it. You just need to know that bigger accounts and more selling can make taxes matter more. Now college aid. The bottom line is that money in your name can reduce need-based aid on forms like FAFS, more than money in a parent's name. Need-based aid is the help that depends on income and assets, like grants and certain subsidized programs. This does not mean do not invest. It means do not drop a large gift into an account in your name without talking to your parent first, especially if your family expects need-based help. Now we turn this into action. If you are under 18 and you want to invest, an adult has to be involved at setup. There is no legit shortcut around that in the US, so do not waste time hunting one. Your real move is making it easy for an adult to say yes. If your parent thinks investing is gambling, do not lead with a stock pick or a hype speech. Lead with a calm plan. Tell them you want to learn long-term investing with small amounts, and you want their help setting up a teen account or custodial account so everything is transparent. Then say the key line that lowers their stress. You want diversified funds, not random bets. If you want to make the conversation even easier, give them 2 choices instead of a long explanation. Say, there are 2 legal ways for teens. A teen account where I can learn hands-on and you can monitor, or a custodial account where you control it until the transfer age. Which one do you prefer? When you invite them in, it stops feeling like you are asking for permission to do something risky and starts feeling like you are learning a life skill. Once the account is open, the next question is the one that freezes everyone. What do you buy? Here is the beginner answer that keeps you out of trouble. If you do not know what to buy, start with a diversified index fund or ETF that tracks a large chunk of the US stock market. An index fund is a basket of many companies, so you are not betting your future on one brand. An ETF is the same idea in a form that is easy to buy. And at Fidelity and many other brokerages, you can often buy fractional shares, meaning you can invest small amounts without needing the full price of one share. Imagine you have $200 from a couple shifts. You can put it into one company and hope you guessed right, or you can spread it across the market with a total market-style fund. If one company has a bad year, your plan does not fall apart. That is what beginners need most, a plan that survives mistakes and bad months. And if you are thinking, okay, But which exact fund? That is a fair question. I am not going to throw symbols at you in this video and pretend that is a strategy. In the next video, I will show simple starter examples for $50 to $100 and how to keep it boring enough to work, but simple enough that you actually stick with it. Now let me give you the mindset piece that makes starting young so powerful. The advantage of investing under 18 is not that you will magically make money faster. The advantage is time. Time is the multiplier. Starting at 16 instead of 26 gives your money more years to grow on top of growth. You are not trying to be a genius. You are trying to be early and consistent. This is also why I want you to treat investing like a calm system, not a game. If you open a youth account and chase excitement, you will eventually get burned out or scared off. Real investing is boring on purpose. You pick something diversified, you add money over time, and you let time do the heavy lifting. Put your energy into school, a sport, a job, a side hustle. Let investing be the quiet thing running in the background. Now what happens when you get older? With a teen account like Fidelity Youth, the goal is usually to transition into a normal adult brokerage account in your name when you turn 18. It tends to feel smooth because it was already your account. With a custodial account, the account transfers to you at the transfer age. That day matters because suddenly you have full control of money you might not have managed before. If you prepare, it can pay for school expenses, keep you investing through college, or give you a strong start. If you do not prepare, it can disappear on stuff that does not build your future at all. So if your family uses custodial, ask what it holds, learn what those investments are, and be ready for the keys. And if your parents will not help at all, do not let that stop your progress. Under 18, you are limited on account access, but you are not limited on preparation. Build the habit of saving monthly. Learn the basics. Decide what you will invest in when you turn 18. So when your birthday finally unlocks the wall, you do not start from zero. Here is the fast recap so you do not overthink it. Youth is for learning by driving now with parent monitoring. Custodial is for protection and long-term gifting, with parent control until the transfer age. Check your state transfer age before custodial. Keep investing money separate from spending money if you choose youth. That is the map. Now do something today so this video turns into real progress. Decide which lane fits you, youth or custodial. Pick the adult you will ask. Pick a tiny monthly amount you can stick to. Even $10 is fine if it is consistent. Consistent beats impressive. If this helped, share it with one friend who has complained about the 18+ wall. Because most teens do not need more motivation. They need the right setup and one clear explanation. In the next video, I am going to show the exact simple starter setup I would use with $50 to $100, including one boring core move that builds wealth and one simple rule that stops panic selling the first time the market drops. Click the video on your screen when it pops up, because getting past the 18 screen is step 1. But the setup you choose after that is what decides whether this becomes a flex or a real future.